e-C4X is the best of a hatchback with the modernity of an SUV and the timelessness of a saloon, according to Citroen. Or you could simply see it as a sedan version of the brand's quirky all-electric e-C4 hatch. Either way, it's an ambitiously styled four-door family EV that's compact yet spacious with a simply enormous boot.
At the time of filming in spring 2023, there were two BEV versions of this model, the most affordable of the pair featuring the older Stellantis Group EV powertrain, consisting of a 134 horsepower electric motor powered by a 50 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery, capable of a claimed 219-mile range figure, which is the variant we're trying today. With this, 62 miles an hour from rest takes 9.5 seconds on the way to a modest 93 mile an hour top speed. You'd prefer, though, if possible, to stretch to the newer package, which pairs a slightly larger 54 kilowatt-hour battery with a faster 156 horsepower motor to offer a driving range WLTP rated at up to 260 miles. Either way, on paper, this is the kind of powertrain setup that in other small electric vehicles spears you away from rest like a scolded cat. As it turns out, though, the laid-back Citroen demeanour prevails here, thanks to throttle travel that's intentionally damped down a bit, so you don't pointlessly use an important glug of battery charge wearing away the tread from your front tyres every time you set off from rest. There's no one-pedal driving option for the e-C4X like the sort of thing you get in a Nissan Leaf, but there is an extra B mode which gives greater lift-off deceleration, so boosting the battery's energy harvesting efforts so that you can get somewhere close to the claimed range figures. Refinement, of course, is phantom-like, as in any EV, though it's also pretty good in this considerably cheaper PureTech petrol model, which doesn't have to lug around the extra 300 kilos of curb weight inflicted upon the e-C4. In the electric variants, you'll feel that through the corners and over sharp bumps. True to its name, the C4X is what Citroen describes as a cross design, an integration of a fastback saloon body onto the raised hatchback cum crossover design of the C4 hatch. Everything at the front is the same as that hatch showroom stablemate. Where things change with this C4X saloon body shape is from the B-pillar back, where a different roofline takes over, and there's an extra 240 millimetres of length. Like all C4 variants, this one features these smart 18-inch diamond-cut Crosslight alloy wheels, and the matte black finished wheel arches surrounding them aren't for arduous tracks, but to prevent supermarket car park dings. From here you can better appreciate the sleek aerodynamic shape of this saloon variant, rated at 0.29 CD. At the rear, the sedan styling's smart, with a small ducktail-like spoiler and distinctive LED tail lights designed to look like arrows pointed towards the centre of the boot lid. Red reflectors are combined with reversing lights lower down. The front of cabin experience is exactly the same as in an ordinary C4 hatch, which means you get these thickly padded advanced comfort seats. Through the oddly shaped three-spoke wheel, you view a pared-back version of the quite innovative digital instrument panel used in the brand's C5 Aircross SUV, whose readouts you flip through here by jabbing the left indicator stalk. The lower part of the centre console stretches broadly away in front of you into a deep, smartly backlit area at the base of a centre stack, topped by this large, glossy 10-inch infotainment touchscreen, which includes virtually all the media features you could need. Avoid bass trim, and you're favoured with this rather unusual inclusion, the Citroen SmartPad support package. This must have been expensive to engineer, giving you a novel slide-out tablet mount in front of the front passenger, plus a lower drawer standard on all models in which to keep your device. No other car on the market offers anything quite like this. And rear seat space, well, you might hope for an improvement there given the body length increase this C4X enjoys over its hatch counterpart, But that ignores the fact that this saloon model's wheelbase length of 2,670mm is unchanged over the hatch. So things are much the same in the back, apart from the fact that headroom is slightly compromised by the sloping rear roofline. In compensation, Citroen claims best-in-class second-row knee room, 198mm, and a more reclined, at 27 degrees, rear seat back. Plus, the exterior width of 1,800mm means that 3 people can comfortably sit side by side across the rear bench, with a total of 1,380mm of width at the shoulders and 1,440mm at the elbows. Well, we'll finish with a look at the boot, which turns out to be surprisingly large at 510 litres in size, much bigger than the 380 litres you get in the C4 hatch. There's a little room beneath the floor too, useful on this e-C4X model for the storage of charging leads. And if you need more room, then the rear seat backrest folds 60-40. You'll have to stretch right up to the very top of the range to get a ski hatch fitted. Citroen really wants this e-C4X to be seen as a coupe SUV like Renault's Arcana, which might be a bit of a stretch because it's not clean sheet design like that car, merely an e-C4 hatch with a rather stylish boot. Still, because that e-C4 hatch model has a rather crossover vibe, the e-C4X confection kind of works. And the way the stretched rear has been configured means that you get more luggage space than any other EV of this size we can think of. Fashion and practicality are attributes the e-C4X will need because mainstream brand sedans rarely sell well in our market. But the right kind of customer might well like it very much indeed. It delivers the saloon body style Citroen needs in its lineup for Middle Eastern, African and Southern European markets. But there's much wider appeal here. Enough, maybe, to make you want to try this car.